Would you like to travel through a metal tube at supersonic speeds? I'm a bit claustrophobic, so that would be something of a nightmare for me. These two volunteered to test Elon Musk's vision, the Hyperloop. Let's see if that's something for all of us.
1, 2, 3, 4.
The idea of a Hyperloop has been around for a couple of years, and beyond Elon Musk, different people and companies are working on turning the vision into reality. So how far along is Musk's Hyperloop? Does the vision hold up to reality? And what are the problems? There are many ideas out there worldwide, but Virgin Hyperloop is the first company that actually tests the passenger pods with people inside. The volunteers were the company's CTO and co-founder Josh Giegel and Sarah Luchin, the director of passenger experience. The test took place at Virgin Hyperloop's DevLoop test site, which is a 500 meters long tube in the middle of the desert in Las Vegas, Nevada. The company did around 400 unmanned test runs before sending people through the tube. The Hyperloop uses two principles: magnetic levitation and a low-pressure vacuum environment, the tube. That means that the Hyperloop would be a very fast mode of transportation. Using these two principles, the Hyperloop can potentially achieve speeds of over 1,000 kilometers an hour. The magnets lift the pod so that there is no friction, reducing the speed. A second set of magnets moves the pods along. By the way, this technique is also used by the fastest train in the world, a maglev train in Japan. But the developers say the Hyperloop can reach even higher speeds because of principle number 2, the tube. There's simply very little air resistance in a tube, and no air slowing the pods down could mean higher speeds. Let's look at the numbers. Virgin Hyperloop claims they will be able to reach 1,080 kilometers an hour. That's very fast. According to them, that's 3 times faster than a high-speed train and 10 times faster than a normal train. For example, you could get from Dubai to Abu Dhabi in 12 minutes. Taking the car would take around 2 hours and would be way more stressful too. The superspeed could also be a benefit for commuters. You don't even have to live close to your workplace anymore. Imagine traveling from Berlin to Munich in half an hour. Sometimes driving within Berlin takes even longer. There's another benefit, and it's a big one. The Hyperloop is very eco-friendly and can run on renewable energy. Because of the magnets, there's no need for fuel, and therefore there are no emissions. Sounds great. When can we get it again? Just days after Virgin Hyperloop sent people through the tube, there was another Hyperloop breakthrough in South Korea. Korail, the Korean Railroad Research Institute, said their Hypertube train traveled through a vacuum tube at 1,019 kilometers per hour. The test was done without people, though. And coming back to Josh and Sarah from Virgin Hyperloop, the manned test ride wasn't quite as fast. So it's sort of ready, but not as fast or not with people. Well, it's work in progress. In 2012, Elon Musk first mentioned his idea of this futuristic transportation system: passenger pods traveling through tubes at very high speed. Ever since then, Musk and his team tried to make the Hyperloop reality. The first version was too expensive and just not quite there yet. So Musk made it an open source project, asking engineers all over the world to design their own pods and compete against each other at the SpaceX headquarters in Hawthorne, California. The annual competition started in 2015, and SpaceX is currently building a longer test tube for the next round. By the way, the winning team of the last 4 years comes from the Technical University in Munich and is called TUM Hyperloop. If they'll get the Hyperloop ready to roll in the next round remains to be seen. Traveling at such high speeds is of course extremely dangerous. Just imagine 2 pods crashing at 1,000 kilometers per hour. I don't think any passenger would make it. Another point is that we don't exactly know what the experience will physically feel like. After testing the system on their staff, Virgin Hyperloop now said they've shown that the pods are safe and that the passengers were absolutely comfortable during the mini-trip. But they were only traveling at 172 kilometers per hour. On the German Autobahn, you can go faster than that. Apart from figuring out the safety issues, there's a whole lot of bureaucracy to overcome before the Hyperloop would be ready for everyday use. A company would have to get permission to build a vast network of tubes and terminals for the pods, and that of course would cost a fortune. So it's unlikely that we will all be using this futuristic transport system anytime soon. But the Hyperloop movement is definitely here to stay. Engineers around the world are working hard to make it a reality. Virgin Hyperloop wants to have a system up and running in several cities within a decade. And Korail wants to connect the two cities Seoul and Busan with the tube system by 2024. What do you think? Is the Hyperloop the future of mass transportation, or are there other innovations that will be more successful in your opinion? Let us know in the comments. Thanks for watching.
1, 2, 3.